Today we're going to tackle a phrase that gets thrown around the RV community a whole lot. China bombs. I'm sure you've heard it before, and with negative connotations. But are these claims actually true? And more importantly, are these tires safe? That's what we're going to talk about in this week's video. Hi, I'm Felix.
And I'm Cindy.
In 2019, we sold everything and moved into our RV full-time.
Since then, we've traveled the country following my nursing contracts.
We are the Roaming Gomes. Welcome back, roamers. As you can see, I am once again without Cindy. This week, she is in North Carolina celebrating her mother's 80th birthday, so let's all wish a happy birthday to her mom, Melody. Happy 80th birthday, Mom. Now let's talk about RV tires. I feel like the phrase China bombs is misleading. What everybody fails to remember is that every tire that is sold in the United States has to meet very stringent DOT and NHTSA standards. That's right, the Department of Transportation and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has standards and specifications in place for any tire sold or mounted in the United States. If you do not meet those specifications and tests that are performed on these tires, you can't sell your tires. Period. Now, China bombs. I think a lot of people talk about China bombs not so much out of a sense of they're not safe, but more out of a sense of buy American. And in no way, shape, or form am I against that. Buy American. Buy local. Go to your local tire shops to buy tires. Absolutely, support local businesses. But if you were to go by the social media gurus, you would probably be taking your brand new RV directly from the dealer to Discount Tire or whatever tire shop and buying all new tires for it before you even hit the road. According to many of them, you're going to blow those tires up. Those tires are going to peel off and destroy your RV. Those China bombs are this and that and the other thing, and it's simply not true. I said in an earlier video that I spent 41 years in manufacturing quality. Basically, my entire life, I've been dealing with nothing but specifications, standards, and testing, and God, did I hate it, but that's a whole nother subject.
I'm experienced at this kind of thing.
But that's all I did. I had to deal with federal, local, nuclear, medical, standards, tolerances, and specifications. And the DOT and the NHTSA have some of the most stringent standards in all of the federal government. Now, I'm not going to get into the chemical makeup of rubber or any of that, and maybe some of the American-made tires have a better chemical makeup for their rubber, and their tires will last longer. But even looking at that, unless you're one of those people that's stay 2 days somewhere, move on, stay 2 days somewhere, move on, and so on and so on and so on, and you're putting 20, 30, 40,000 miles a year on your RV, that endurance in the tires really doesn't play into what you need to buy. Quite honestly, last year we probably put maybe 5,000 miles on this RV. If I were worried about my tires lasting for 60,000 miles, quite honestly, they'd age out before I could even reach that kind of mileage. So the truth of the matter is, the things that you need to look out for tires is, number one, above all, load rating. If your load rating is not sufficient for your RV, your tire is not going to last. It's going to quite possibly blow out. Now, load rating E is probably the lowest you'd want to go, and that's generally what's being put on new RVs, a load rating E. That's what I have on my RV. I have Trailer King tires. Definitely something that falls under the category of what people would call China bombs. If I look at those tires, I see almost zero wear in the 5,000 or 6,000 miles we've put on them. I see no uneven wear. I see no problems at all. Now, getting a little specific about the federal requirements that are on these tires, NHTSA standard FM, I'm looking at my notes here because I'm not in the business anymore, and memorizing specifications is not something I want to be doing anymore. So I'm going to actually look at my notes for this. NHTSA standard FMVSS 571 sets minimum tread depth requirement for passenger car tires at 2/32 of an inch. Additionally, standard FMVSS 139 specifies the labeling requirements, ensuring all tires display crucial information like size, speed rating, and load index. These regulations apply to all tires, ensuring a baseline level of safety across the board. You don't need to know any more than that. Whenever you buy a tire, they are meeting all of these federal standards. Now, of course, these don't apply if you're going to go somewhere and buy a used tire. So, buyer beware there. But I think what most people attribute to a poor tire is actually attributable to poor maintenance. Bottom line, before you move your RV, check your tire pressure. Take a look at the tire, make sure that it's wearing evenly. And never, ever take your RV above the speed rating for the tires that you have. In my case, the speed rating on these tires is 80 miles an hour. I will never, ever take this RV up to 80 miles an hour. It's not safe, first of all. Second of all, I'm never going to be in that much of a hurry.
I'm in no hurry.
And that 80 miles an hour is a maximum rating. That doesn't mean that I can sit there at 80 miles an hour and go 6 hours to my next stop and expect the tire to perform well. Use common sense. Keep your speed down. For the sake of your tires, for the sake of your hubs, for the sake of your RV. Very simply, the tires are generally not going to be the culprit. What's going to be the culprit is somebody didn't take a good look at the tire pressure before they left their RV park.
Brian, go inflate your tire.
which is going to cause the tire to overheat, which is going to cause the tire to blow. Or somebody got on one of those Texas highways that have these 85 and 90 mile an hour speed limits, and they said, well, that's the speed limit. I can go that fast. No, you can't. Sit in the right lane, cruise along, let everybody pass you. This isn't a contest. So are so-called China bombs really a threat? Absolutely not. The real threat is people not being aware of the limitations of their RV and not being aware of the maintenance they need to perform. If you make sure your tires have the right pressure, are not wearing unevenly, which could be a problem with your axles, that your hubs are not overheating, and that you keep your speed to a relatively decent limit. For me, that's between 65 and 70. Your tires will last you a good long time, be they China bombs or the most expensive, high-end American-made tires. And if you want to know a little bit more about the quality of RVs and the quality of what's coming out of these factories, mainly in Elkhart, Indiana, then take a look at this video.